Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show today. It's Friday. We're going to have our shift head of the week. And I'm sitting here looking at the weather. And it's supposed to be sunny here today in the Buffalo area, western New York. And we've got a beautiful in-ground pool. And we had very, very little usage of it this summer. So far, 1 week. And today's supposed to be sunny, but we have this tremendous cloud of smoke from the wildfires in Canada. And we haven't been able to enjoy the outside as much this year as we usually do, which was terrible because we had a terrible winter. I don't know if you remember, go back to remember the Buffalo Bills. They lost a home game the week before Thanksgiving because of the blizzard in Buffalo. There was so much snow that they couldn't get the field ready in time. The stadium plowed out in time. So they moved the game. They had to plow the players out of their houses, and they moved the game to Detroit. And following that, in December, at Christmas time, we had another blizzard here where I think almost 25 to 28 people died. And we were here with blizzard winds, a lot of snow, so much so that down my driveway, about 9 feet tall and say 100 feet, couldn't get out of the house for 4 or 5 days, which was interesting. Thank God I had enough beer, but it was just an amazing winter. So you were looking forward to summer. And now the summer is being ruined by Canadian smoke from the wildfires, which they say is a result of the climate change crowd, the woke crowd, because they did not allow in the budgets this past year the Canadian government to do their usual burnout, the targeted burns in the forest to burn the possible fuel for fires. They usually do that every year, and this year they didn't allow them to do that. So you can thank the global warming crowd, the woke crowd, for the wildfire smoke that's now engulfing the United States and affecting people with asthma, with swimming pools. People who just love to see the sun in the Northeast and the Midwest are not being able to see it this much this year. So thanks to them. You know, I'm looking about 50 years ago, and you had Watergate, which was a huge, huge scandal for the Nixon administration. Now, usually the old adage is, it's not the crime, it's the cover-up that gets you killed. And I don't understand what Nixon was thinking, because the Democrats were in disarray. But he sent people over to the the Democratic headquarters. They broke in, they were looking for, God knows what they were looking for, plans, whatever the Democrats were going to say, and they got caught. And I remember you had Haldeman, Ehrlichman, these are aides of the President of the United States, and they orchestrated all this. You had John Mitchell, who was the Attorney General of the United States, was in on this. And I was thinking about what's going on now, and it's very, very parallel. I remember Midway Airport, which is now a hub for Southwest Airlines in Chicago, looked like an airport in a third world country. I remember meeting Tommy Lasorda at a terminal in Midway Airport, and he thought he was in Colombia. It was just a terrible, terrible airport. And a United flight came in, and because it was dab in the middle of a residential area, came in short, crashed, took out about 4 or 5 houses, killed a whole bunch of people. But on that plane was one of the burglars from Watergate, and they found a briefcase under his seat, which was his, containing $50,000 in cash. That began the investigation, which led to the downfall of the Nixon administration and what they were orchestrating and trying to do. Take a look at now what's happening with the Biden administration. We had Joe Biden yesterday, when a reporter asked him, because documentation has been coming out that he knew what Hunter was up to and they were planning together about this bribery out of Ukraine or China or whatever, probably both. He really snapped at him, started yelling at him, don't ask him. So now you could tell it's getting to him. He realizes this isn't Delaware. You know, Delaware was his nice little kingdom where he ruled over everything, didn't have to worry about it. His son was being tried in Delaware, which we had a thumb on the prosecutors, which were finding out were restricted from charging him with the crimes he should have been charged with, and that's going to come out. This is not Delaware. This is the United States of America. Sooner or later, someone is going to squeal, and they're going to begin to. And now he's feeling the pressure, and he realizes the millions and millions and millions of dollars that have gone to the Biden family through various nefarious means is going to come to light. And his sterling son, Hunter Biden, who was behind most of it, not without the okay of his old man, is going to become a very good informant, I believe. We have the Schiff head of the week. Now, it could always be Adam Schiff because he's just the idiot he always is, and he refuses to believe anything other than Trump is an idiot. Trump is guilty of everything. He refuses to acknowledge that. He refuses to acknowledge that he lied, even though there's documentation that he did, and the censure by the United States Congress. Refuses any of it. He stole money out of your pocket. Whatever it cost to prosecute, to find out that this was all false, came out of the government, came out of your pocket. Well, we can't have him all the time. We could have Joe Biden all the time because he provides fodder for newspapers, for TV. He just screws up just about every day. I'm old. He's a little bit older. The attention span goes. A lot of times you're wondering what the hell he's talking about. And you finally realize that he has no idea what's going on. And he's the president of the United States, so you wonder who the hell is running this country. Nobody I voted for. But I think the Schiff head of the week has got to go to Alvin Bragg, who's the district attorney in the city of New York. First of all, he was weaponized and went after Trump. And that's more important to him than all the crime that's going on in New York City. He's letting criminals go. He could care less about crime in New York City. He's on a George Soros mission. And now he's got this kid who is the Marine who had put the guy in a chokehold who died, who threatened to kill everybody on the subway. Actually threatened people. I don't know what you would do if you were on a subway and someone threatened to kill you. The guy looked deranged, and it wasn't the first time. And all the passengers were in fear of their life, and this guy wrestled them to the ground. And he's being charged by Alvin Bragg with homicide, all various other things that he could go to prison for over 20 years. A good Samaritan trying to help everybody, but a black guy was killed. A homeless man was killed. An idiot, a man who acted strange, who needed mental help, was killed from self-defense from a guy who was trying to defend people from a guy who was saying he was going to kill everybody. But Alvin Bragg says, nope, people protested in the street, I got to listen to the people. Well, people protesting also that they're being shot at, they're being killed in the city of New York, and you're doing nothing about it. You decide to go after Trump. You decide to go after this kid, the kid who saved people. I hope it comes out that you're an idiot. I hope he wins everything. I'm sure he's going to. You're listening to his attorneys, and they're just saying this self-defense is a right, and this guy threatened everybody to kill him. So I think Alvin Bragg, hands down, is the shift head of the week. And he will always be in the running just by the nature of what he does. Watch the Howdy Boomy Show every day on the Howdy Boomy channel on YouTube. Go to howdyboomy.com. Get some memories. Get some memories for your baby boomer friends, for your grandmother, puzzles, posters, wall art, videos. Have a great day. We're going to make America great again by doing the best demonstration we can do, and that is in the ballot box. Vote. Take the country back from the woke people who are trying to ruin it, who basically do not like the United States or what it stands for. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Have a great weekend.